If you get one of these in the mail, the Arkansas Department of Agriculture says not to throw it away or plant it. Instead, they want you to go online and report it.
Look behind me. This used to be a Best Buy. You can't even tell that this was a store. And now look at it.
Yeah, Hillary, things have just took a left turn here. If you take a look, you can see a car is out here doing donuts. And this just all happened within the last 2 minutes. If you look over here, you'll see that they are starting a fire. Now, this is all right here outside of the Capitol. You see the SWAT team, more of them coming out, them moving closer, trying to approach those protesters that are on the road. And look, they just threw another firework right there. It's about to go off.
Now, this situation may seem humorous, but it's actually no laughing matter. This water tower is losing close to 30,000 gallons every single day just from this one leak.
Nope, that's not rain.
Somebody shot our water tower, shot the silhouette of Johnny Cash in a very sensitive area.
He jumped over the railing there, ran through this alleyway.
Deputies say he tried staying one step ahead.
Did anybody ever get out here to fix the elevator?
27-year-old Sophie Ozier.
How are you guys?
The Trav's first ever female GM.
Rodney Crome was a Little Rock native that is chasing his dreams.
I grew up always wanting to be in the creative field, but I studied, football and stuff like that.
The state capitol.
Fascination first surfaced back in the late 80s.
Shark Week, the best thing about summer.
When Shark Week first hit the air. And then get you to bite into joining him on his next shark adventure.
This shelter was designed to take on an EF5. It holds up to 250 people, but according to Young, they'll fit as many people as they need to make sure everyone is safe.
The door closes on this week's special session.
Effective special session that we've had.
We're in recess.
It was a cloud visible for miles, a black chimney of smoke that led to one of the largest structure fires Little Rock has seen this year.
Started getting multiple calls at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Captain Jason Weaver was one of those firefighters who raced to Goldman Recycling just west of the Little Rock Airport. What he found was a warehouse engulfed in flames and drawing closer to its next-door neighbor, Golden Eagle.
That initial building where the fire was is a total loss.
Weaver says a delivery truck driver was one of those who spotted the flames, dropping off supplies when the fire sparked.
Stopped to smoke a cigarette, started feeling some heat, and another employee ran out and told him, get away from the building.
The flames quickly spread to tractors and trucks out back, adding fuel to the fire.
It had some propane tanks that were exploding.
Despite how quickly it spread, no injuries were reported. As for neighboring Budweiser, thanks to the massive amount of fire crews, it was saved.
10 engines, 4 trucks, 2 battalion chiefs, our operations chief.
But with nothing but highly flammable recycling material inside,
it's going to be really hard to get those plastics put out.
Goldman was destroyed within a matter of hours. Nothing left but smoke.
January 3rd, 2022. February 9th, February 11th.
The kids can't be kids anymore.
May 2nd, May 3rd, May 4th.
People can't go to the gas stations anymore.
The year presses on, and it's the same scene played over again.
We've seen too much violence. We've seen too many young people die.
As the doors on the elevator open, a moment in history is made.
This is groundbreaking for real.
Their faces you probably wouldn't recognize from 30 years back. Tonight, these former gang members are seated at the same table with a common goal.
It shows to me, too, just how much you guys care about stopping the violence.
We started it, so it's like it's your baby.
Keon Neely grew up on the west side of Little Rock and got involved in gangs at an early age.
I went to prison when I was 16.
A decade behind bars, Neely says he came back a changed man, but the city he called home still stuck in the past.
To see that happening right now, we moving backwards.
It takes me back to 93. It takes me back to really seeing these youngsters that's committing these crimes. It's like we're looking in a mirror.
Michael Cooper was admired by many on the streets in the height of Little Rock's deadliest years. In and out of prison, Cooper says he's seen life on the other side. His message to kids: the fighting isn't worth it.
We have to go out there amongst them physically and verbally, and we have to give them some information, some education to get them to see life different.
What was the turning point for you that said, I'm done with all of this violence?
I say when I lost my daughter, you know. My daughter was shot 7 times, 4 times in the back of the head, 3 times in the spine.
Jones's daughter was just 6 years old. Real people, real experiences.
All those years, all of the pain, all of the murders, you can't take that away.
It changed me. It made me grow up. I started thinking about my future, my kids, and that I didn't want my sons to go through the same thing I went through.
It comes with it, you know what I mean? Just like
Men who used to wear red and blue, now waving the white flag.
You know, the colors didn't come up one time today, did it? Nope.
We can change, you know what I'm saying? It's about unity with all sides. It's about saving our community, building wealth in our city and our states.
I tell them it's okay to go talk to somebody, get some help. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to explain certain things to people who you trust.
A message to the next generation.
Let's put the guns down. Let's not kill no more.
We are here to speak for those without a voice, those who finally want to have peace. With the help of everyone in our city, we can rebuild our community back into the beautiful city it is. Rebuild, reprogram, restructure what they tore down. I just want to be free.
In the hills of Hot Springs, history can be found at every turn, but nothing shines a light on what was quite like the Malco, a theater showcasing more than what's on stage. This is the supernatural state. The Malco Theater has a long and storied past. Marked on the National Register of Historic Places, it's used today as a theater of magic.
This is kind of a mess over here because we've been working on things.
But when Sweet and Sour Paranormal begin their investigation, it's not the theater that reveals its secrets, but everywhere else. Down in the basement, the building starts to tell its story. The once Princess Theater burned Christmas Eve 1935, taking most of the structure and a handful of lives with it.
Someone's sitting right there.
The first sign someone lingers after the flames is this figure, caught on camera that tracks human movement.
Oh, my hand is
Touch her.
cold, so cold.
Really?
So very cold right now. Right here.
Touch her. Oh, it just...
Oh, it's touched you.
It could be written off as a technical error, connecting shadows with things still breathing. But when Chris pulls out a spirit box...
Can I get a drink?
Things become clearer.
It just said clear as day. You want a drink?
This filters through words and phrases, providing ghostly answers to questions asked. As a previous storage area for smuggled booze, a drink makes sense. But then again, so does this.
What object's directly in front of me?
Oh my God, Chris. What? Remember you said, what's the object in front of it? It said rope.
Rope? Oh, that's nuts.
The evidence only solidifying as the group moves next door to an abandoned building that's believed to be a hotel, a former hot spot for the more unsavory world of Hot Springs. As the tour moves on,
Was that me?
not me. Samantha and Blake hear a whisper directly in between them, with nothing there but air. The camera even picks up a noise. What is that light that floats above Samantha's head? The glare from a flashlight or something else? Whatever it is, it leads to the strongest piece of evidence yet, an audio recording that Chris takes within these damaged walls. Once home to those looking for a different sort of entertainment, he begins his questioning.
Can you hear me? What's your name?
And seems to catch a woman's voice.
You want to talk with us? I don't feel right.
The only problem? Chris is entirely alone, a fact that sends chills down his spine once he gets to the end of the session. The clearest audio caught during an investigation, with no plausible explanation. Could it be a former resident of Hot Springs speaking from beyond? Or a lost group member's conversation caught nearby? Whatever it may be, it's marked this night as a win for the group, firmly putting the Malco Theater in the supernatural state.